Let's come down, let's lie down on our backs in Shavasana. Taking a moment just to close the eyes, spread the legs and arms long and wide. Letting the back of the head rest down. And just start to expand your breath. So let's take some deep breaths in through the nose. And let's take our first few exhales out of the mouth, just letting go. Doing that again, deep breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth, and once more. Bring the legs together, link your fingers, bring your hands under your head, and then just start to walk your legs to your right side. As far as you can, so you feel that stretch on your left side. Option to cross the left leg over the right. We're going to walk our head and our arms to the right side as well, like you're drawing your right elbow towards your right ankle. Make sure elbows and arms are on the ground. You don't want to be rolling them up, you want to peel them open and down. Let's hold here again, that lovely long breath. This time keeping the breath in and out of the nose area, so no breath out of the mouth. And a few more breaths here. And then make your way back to centre. We can keep the hands where they are. We start to walk the legs over to the left side again. Shuffle as far as you can. Option to cross the right leg over the left, and then start to draw the head and the arms left side, left elbow towards the left ankle. Just noticing the right side of the body, how it feels, particularly that right hip. And then make your way back to centre. Remove the arms so they're alongside you. Take a bend into the legs. Just take that slight tuck of the tailbone, arms alongside you. This time we're going to inhale into our gentle bridge. So bring the arms overhead, push the hips high, ground into both feet. And then as you exhale, just start to roll it back down. Slow and controlled. Let's do that 2 more times. So it's the inhale that's going to bring you up. Arms above you, pushing the hips high. Holding at the top. And then that exhale is bringing you back down, just placing each vertebrae back down to your mat. And you're going to do that 1 more time. And the exhale brings you back down. Bring the legs together on your mat, draw in your right knee, and just take a little roll through the ankle. So right side, right knee in, roll through the ankle. Work that both ways. And then send your right heel up to the ceiling. You can support the back of the leg with both hands. Take your inhale here, and as you exhale, just start to draw that leg to you. So you're creeping your hands up your leg towards your ankle. Remember, it is early, so we are naturally tighter. You're just stretching out the back of that right leg. Again, try and peel your shoulders down a little bit so you're not hunching the upper back. Take another breath here. On your next breath, bring the head up. Let go of holding the leg, send the arms out and lift away that left heel. So you're engaging the core muscles. Any neck issues, you can always keep your neck head down. Lower that heel, start to draw in that right knee, give it a squeeze, last roll of the ankle, that feels good. And then take the whole body long, send the legs long, the arms long, reaching long, stretching, maybe a yawn, maybe a sigh. And then draw in that left knee, right leg stays long as you take a roll through the ankle joint. Being kind, being compassionate to your body, really allowing it to talk to you this morning, listening, noticing. And then start to send that heel high, supporting the back of the leg with your hands, pushing into that heel. And then maybe starting to draw that leg closer or draw those hands higher towards the ankle, keeping the leg straight. Always use a strap here as well. And then we're going to bring up the head, release the hands, stretching along with the arms, and lift away that right heel, engaging the core. Lowering everything down to the mat, take that last long stretch here, reaching everything long. Last yawn, sigh, and then that squeeze in of the knees. Give yourself that hug, that roll, that movement through the lower back. Rolling up to one side when you are ready. Let's come up, let's come to standing. Top of our yoga mat, feet together. Arms alongside you. We're going to take an inhale in, bringing up the arms. And then as you exhale, you're going to swing your arms to the right. You take that inhale in, and as you exhale, you're going to swing your arms to the left. Again, inhale, exhale. If you feel out of balance, just take a little bit of distance in the feet so you feel more grounded. Inhale up, exhale right. One more, left side. And come back. Release the arms back alongside you. Staying at the top of your mat, let's take that inhale in and that exhale, fold all the way down. Take a long spine here, gazing forwards, and then let's step back into our plank pose. Take a lower down to your mat, a roll into your cobra, and head back into Balasana. Forehead touches the mat. Take an inhale, come up into your downward facing dog. As you inhale, come up onto all 10 toes. And as you exhale, swing your heels to the left and place your heels down towards your mat. You're going to feel that into that left leg a little bit more than the right. Inhale, come up onto all 10 toes. And then exhale, place your heels towards your right side. Again, deep stretch back of the right leg. Inhale, all 10 toes, place the heels back down into your downward dog. And then take that walk back towards the top of your mat. A little bit of distance in the feet. Let the body fold, let the body hang. Letting go of the arms, letting go of the head. And then we're going to slowly roll the vertebrae back up. Take your time. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, come to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Find your long spine here, gazing forwards, and then step back into your plank pose. Lower down to your mat, roll into your cobra, and come straight into your downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here, maybe it feels good to take that sigh out of the mouth. And 1 more breath. Start to squeeze and take that right leg back. We're going to take a bend of that knee out to the side, sending our gaze under our right arm. Bending into that right knee, even pushing a little into that right heel, activating that leg. As you inhale, start to draw that knee in towards your chest and take a pause here. Hold that knee in. As you exhale, take that leg long, squeeze it back, and then step it to the top of your yoga mat. Bring up your arms into a high lunge, holding. Start to open into your warrior 2. We flip the palms, we inhale, we straighten that right leg, and we exhale and bend. Inhale, let's flip the palms, and exhale, bend back into that right side. 1 more, flip the palms here, and exhale, bend right side. Drop the elbow down, reach long with that left arm, and then reverse. Again, drop that right elbow and take a reverse. This time, option to go a little deeper, right hand maybe down to your mat or your block, left arm goes long. And then take that reverse. Very nice. Turning, framing your right foot, we're going to step it back into our plank pose. Take a lower down to our mat, roll into our cobra, and then find our downward facing dog, taking those 3 breaths. We take our left leg back, we start to bend into our left knee, turning our gaze under our left arm, pushing into that left heel a little, opening into that left hip. We start to draw that knee into the chest and pause here, really feeling those core muscles working. We exhale, we take that leg long, push back into that heel, and then step forward into your high lunge, bending into that left side, bringing the arms up. We start to open into our warrior 2, left foot bent. Ready to flip the palms as we straighten that left leg, and we exhale down. Inhale, flip the palms, and exhale, bend. Let's do that once more. Inhale, and exhale. This time dropping that left elbow, taking that right arm long, and then heading into your reverse warrior. The legs are not moving, just the upper body. Bending back down into that side angle. Make sure there's not a lot of weight on that knee. And reverse. This time that option to take it a little deeper. Maybe the left hand is to the mat or your block, or we can stay with the knee. Taking your reverse here. Very good. Let's start to turn. Frame that left foot, head back into our plank pose. Lower down to your mat. Staying on your mat now, bringing your arms alongside you, relax your toes. Bring the legs together, either send your palms down to your mat or make fists with the hands and place them under the hips, whatever feels best for you. Keep your chin on the mat as you bring up your right leg and squeeze all of those muscles, making sure the hip joint is either in contact with your hands or your mat. You're squeezing, you're lengthening that right side, you're holding the leg high, maybe inching it a little higher, squeezing the right glute. And exhale, lower that right side back down. Keep the feet together. This time, left side comes up. Making sure the hips stay in contact, the hips stay in line. Pointing the toe away, maybe lengthening a little longer, a little further, a little higher. Squeezing that left glute. Exhale, lower back down to your yoga mat. Bringing the feet, the legs back together. Option to bring up both legs together, keeping the toes pointing away. Hips stay in touch with the mat or the hands as you raise both legs. This doesn't feel good, you can do individual legs instead. Holding 2 more breaths here, pointing the toes a little further. Activating all of the leg muscles, 1 more breath. And exhale, lower all the way back down to your yoga mat. Release your hands from underneath you or bring your palms, back of the hands to the mat. Separate the feet a little now as you inhale and rise everything away from your mat. So the chin, the chest, the head, the arms, the legs all squeeze back. Balancing on the abdomen. Taking 1 more full breath here, lengthen the shoulders back. And exhale, release everything back down to your mat. Bring the legs back together, bring the hands just underneath the shoulders as you push yourself up and back. Maybe taking a balasana here, knees together or knees wide as you rest your forehead down. Always curl the arms alongside the legs. Finding your 3 yoga breaths. So breathing all the way into that belly, expanding and softening on the exhale. One more breath. And then coming into your downward facing dog when you're ready. I'm going to take the right leg back, squeeze it long, stepping to the top of the mat, right side, bringing both arms up. We're taking that opening, that lengthening into our warrior 2 again. Let's flip the palms, straighten that right side, and exhale, bend. Inhale, flip the palms touch. Exhale, bend. 1 more here. And exhale, keeping that right leg straight now. Let's reach with the right hand, drop it down to your mat or your block as you take a Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Option to keep the gaze down if you feel wobbly, or option to look up at that left hand if you feel stable. Turning the gaze down towards your right foot, start to bend into your right leg. Frame your right foot, come onto the toes of your left. Shift your hands slightly further forward as you take the weight into that right side and take your left leg back. If it doesn't feel okay to raise that left leg, you can keep it down. If you feel okay with the leg lifted, let's start to draw that knee in towards the chest. Hug it in, and then exhale, take that leg long. Inhale, take a squeeze in of that left knee. And then exhale, take that leg long. Take one more squeeze in here. And that leg is long. Let's bring that left foot behind our right as we fold over both legs, feeling that lovely deep stretch left side. Uncross the legs, bringing the feet back together. Take a fold here and an inhale, long spine. Exhale, lower over the legs. Inhale, start to rise all of the way up now, palms together. And exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Take your long spine here and step back into your plank. Lower all the way down to your mat. Roll into your cobra and then finish back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful red sky coming up. Hopefully you can see it as well. So we're going to squeeze our left leg back. We're going to step to the top of our mat. Bring up the arms into that high lunge. And then open left side, warrior two. Ready to flip the palms and straighten that left leg. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, flip the palms, straighten up. Exhale, bend. Last time, inhale, straighten up. Keep that left leg straight. Arms come long. We reach with that left hand, drop it down to the mat or the block for Trikonasana. Reaching that right arm long. Finding your breath here. Sending your gaze down towards your left foot. Take that bend again, left leg. Frame that left foot as you swing onto the toes of your right. Walk the hands forwards. Maybe take that right leg away from your yoga mat. You can always keep that foot down if needed. We inhale, we squeeze that right knee in. And we exhale, push it away like you're pushing your foot to the wall behind you. Inhale, squeeze that knee in. Exhale, send it away. Hips stay in line. Inhale, draw that knee in. And exhale, take the leg long. Let's bring our right foot behind our left as we fold over that side. Nice long breaths here. Bringing the feet back together at the top of your yoga mat. So let's take a bend into the legs. Make sure feet are together, knees are together. Bring up the arms coming into your chair pose. Take an inhale as you exhale, take the arms back. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take them back. Push the arms, push the hands back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, push back. Two more here. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders. One more. And exhale back. Start to straighten the legs and fold over your legs. Take a long spine here as you lengthen. And exhale, fold. Step back into your last plank here, holding for a moment. Option to drop our left knee down, or we roll onto our left hand for our side plank. Option to take that right leg up. It's an option, we can keep it down. We can keep our left knee down. So finding that version that works for you today. Remember, kind and compassionate with yourself. Drop your right hand down, roll onto both hands once again. Option to drop that right knee down. Or we roll onto that left hand. Sorry, right hand. Left hand is up. Option to take that leg out. Everything is an option. Take one more breath. And then bring that foot down. If you took it up, roll onto both hands, drop your knees down and come into your Balasana, child's pose. Your own version that works for you today. Now it is coming up to 7 o'clock. If anybody plans to leave early, then do rest in child's pose for a moment. Taking a good few breaths, or even a Shavasana. We're going to take 2 more breaths. And one more. So when you're ready, rolling up, we're going to stay in a kneeling position. So if this is uncomfortable for you, you can grab a block. You can even grab your bolster, which I know you have, and you could sit on it like this. If it's uncomfortable to be on the heels or the ankles, or even a small blanket rolled up. So from here, we're going to bring our arms out in front of us, and we're going to take the right arm over the left and then take a bind. So you're here. What we don't want to do is start to arch. Sometimes when we bind, we start to arch the back. So we want to keep the back long. If you bring your elbows a little higher, so they're in line with your shoulders, take a breath. Now you can stay just here, or you can start to curl in. So you draw your elbows towards you and you do round the back as you drop down towards your knees. It's an option. We don't need to take it. We can stay in that first phase. Again, it's just noticing what one feels best today for your body. As you release your arms, just take that cactus, and this is where you can arch the back and look up a moment, like you're squeezing your shoulders back. As you exhale, roll the arms around you and bring your chin in and roll your chest down. Just giving yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. We open again. We bring the arms out just in front. We take the left hand over the right, so we take that bind again into both arms. Option just to bring those elbows a little higher, making sure you're not rounding the back. We can stay just here, breathing and holding, or we then start to draw the elbows in towards the chest and we roll the chin down, dropping the head low. Opening up into the scapula, the top of the back. Coming back up if you went low. Releasing the arms, taking that cactus, sending the chest high. And then giving yourself a hug, dropping the chin in and squeezing. Rolling back up. We're going to grab our yoga block and we're going to come onto our knees. So again, if it's not comfortable, blanket under the knees, a rolled up yoga mat works well. We can also come to seated if this is not okay. We're going to drop our block to our left side and we're going to send our right leg out. So make sure when you send your right leg out, the foot is down rather than kind of this, have it planted down. Your knee is in line with your left hip. Your block is on your left hand. So we're going to drop our hand down towards our block and we're going to start to bring our right arm up. Now it might be that you bend into your elbow on your left arm. Imagine the whole of that right side really lengthening, really opening. You can always have your hand on a bolster as well if that feels more comfortable, if you have quite a chunky bolster. As you come back up, drop your right hand down your right leg and send your left arm up to the ceiling, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. As you exhale, creep that right hand down the leg, and then that left arm might come over towards your left ear. What we want to try to avoid is to push into that hip, so try and keep the hips in line. Keep creeping that hand, listening to the body. We make our way back up. This time we're going to sit back on that heel if it's comfortable. If it's not, we can grab a block, we can remove this knee bent. We push into the toes now. We're going to reach for that right foot. We're actually going to turn the left hand down, right hand down, and just start to fold a little towards that right leg. I know it can feel quite tight. Doesn't matter if you're here, folding towards that right side. Just try to push into your toes so you get that activation in the back of the leg. Take a few breaths. And then start to come back up, and just before we completely come out, come back onto that knee. Send your block a little further away from you, hand to your block or your bolster, and see if you want to bring that hand up. You might want to flatten your block. So option, squeezing that right leg up. You can always keep that foot down if we need. Take one more breath. As you release, bend your knee in, come down, both knees. Just take a moment. So that right side should be feeling a little different to the left. We want to do the same on the other side. So shift your block to your right side, come back onto both knees. So block is in the right hand, left leg is out. Again, we want to be in line with our hip. Might be that we need our block higher, might want our block lower. We're going to start to send that left arm up and over. Right hand is on our block. Stretching down the left side now. Keeping the hips facing forward. We can always lower our block, go deeper. Really again, just listening. We come back up. We bring our left hand to our left leg and we reach up with that right hand. You're trying to touch the ceiling. It's going to give you that lovely stretch in the right hip. And then there's that option. You start to creep that hand down. Maybe that right arm goes over towards the right ear. Maybe this side feels quite different. Definitely does for me. Much tighter. So again, you're listening, you're noticing. Using your breath to bring you deeper if it feels okay. A few more breaths. Release. Start to sit back towards your right heel. Send the toes of that left foot up. Turn your body. Might be that we're here. You're still getting that lovely stretch in the back of the leg. Might be that you want to explore and go a little further, a little deeper, or grab your strap. Again, listening, noticing, where does my body want to go? I'm going to take 2 more breaths. our way up, coming back onto that right knee, maybe flattening our block a little. As we drop our right hand down, we might want to shift it away a little. Left arm comes up, left arm comes up. Quite an activation in the side of that left leg. Can always keep it down if we want to. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Again, reaching with that left hand. 1 more breath. And then drop that leg, bring it in, coming back to your kneeling. So let's come on to our glutes. And just before we send the legs out, let's bring the soles of the feet together. So bringing them as close to you as you can. Bring your fingers around your toes. So we can stay just where we are. We start to drop the elbows and we start to roll the chin towards the chest, rolling the back. Leaning into that space. When you're ready, start to roll back up. This time taking your legs out in front of you. Making sure you're sitting evenly on the glutes. Let's take that inhale in, bring the arms up. And that exhale, fold towards your toes. Don't be afraid to grab your belt if needed. Legs are long. Take your time. We're going to hold now a little longer, exploring a little deeper. Coming back to being kind and compassionate with yourself, just as we are to those we love deeply. Taking 1 more breath. Making your way up, bring your hands behind you, take a bend into both legs and bring your right heel on top of your left knee. Now you can stay just here, you're still getting that stretch, or you start to push up into a table pose, fingers pointing towards you. You can keep that chin in, you can take your head back if you like that version. Keep pushing the hips up, holding. Taking 1 more breath. And then start to bend and lower back down to your mat. We're going to do the same again, but change sides. So left heel on the right knee now. We can stay just where we are. We're still getting that stretch. Or if we want to take it further, we push up into that version of table. Holding at the top, make sure we're breathing fully, there's no holding of the breath. Taking 1 more breath here. And it's that exhale that brings us all the way down again. Releasing. Take your right leg over your left. Inhale, left arm up. Take that elbow over the knee. Right hand is behind you. Take your twist to your right shoulder. Push into your left heel. Left leg is long. Keep drawing that right shoulder back, giving yourself a massage of your spine. Slowly turn the head back to center. Make a cradle with your hand, bring it underneath your right foot or grab your strap and send your leg long. You're going to feel that down the back of the leg, the glutes. Relax the shoulders. We're going to keep hold of our strap or our foot with our right hand, and we're going to start to open with our left. So take your left hand behind you. You can gaze back at your left hand, twisting through the core. And that's ready for our breakfast this morning. Coming back to center, bend that knee, lower that leg. Draw the left knee in, take it over the right. Left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm up, take that elbow over the knee or give yourself a hug and twist and turn to your left shoulder. Push into your right heel. Lovely long spine here. Taking one more breath. And then coming back to center, uncrossing that leg, making a cradle with your hands or grabbing your strap as you send that left leg long. Relaxing the shoulders, spine is long. Keep your left hand or your strap in your left hand as you take your right hand back. Left hand is supporting that leg, that foot. Turning your gaze towards your right thumb. And making your way back to center. So let's work a little bit into our back and hips. So you all have a bolster. Bring it into your lower back. We're going to keep the legs bent for a moment. So you've done this one lots of times. We're going to roll over our bolster, slide it under our lower back, top of our glutes. My bolster is a bit old and lumpy, but you hopefully have better ones. And then send your legs long. Maybe it feels nice to send the arms long as well, or maybe it's a cactus of the arms out to the side. So stretching long. I probably look like I'm heading over to one side, which I think I am, but my bolster is from my first days of teaching, so it's quite an old one now. It's just what I have here. So just make sure you feel comfortable. Hips should be in line. And enjoy this stretch. Let the eyes maybe close. Lengthening the whole body. Already, just take a bend back into your knees and bring your arms down alongside you. You're then going to draw your knees in towards your chest, hug the knees in. Option to take hold of the toes or the back of the legs and draw the legs long. Maybe moving away from your bolster a little as you draw the toes, the legs long. So just options, you decide where you want to be. Sending both legs now up to the ceiling in a double leg raise. So let the arms rest out to the side. In the heart, that rest, blood does not happen to flow to all those faraway limbs. We're giving it a hand. Again, maybe nice just to close the eyes. Allowing this asana to recharge you. Feeling that energy come in from the soles of your feet, like the rays of the sun, giving you warmth, giving you vitality, giving you light, filling the body with this energy. When you're ready, take a bend into your knees again. This time grab the outside edge of your feet in a happy baby, drawing the knees down towards your shoulders. If you want to remove your bolster, you can do if it's not feeling comfortable. Holding happy baby. Maybe it feels nice to play around, taking the legs wide or drawing soles of the feet in. It's your practice, again, listening to your body. Playing around with your happy baby, maybe holding, maybe moving. Bending the knees, dropping the feet down to your mat, just push into a bridge to slide your bolster away, and you can just use your feet to bring it down your mat. Come all the way into a Shavasana just for a moment, just to let your spine lengthen down on the mat again. And then bring your legs together, bring your arms alongside you, or you can bring your palms under the glutes, the elbows close to you. Toes are going to point away and we're going to roll up into fish pose, so the back or the crown of our head rests on our mat. We open into the throat, the chest, pointing the toes away. We come out by removing the head, lowering it back down to our mat fully, releasing the arms. Take a bend back into both legs, bringing the knees together. Cross the right leg over the left. Draw the knees towards you, just taking hold of the legs or the calves as you squeeze the knees in. Feeling that down the right glute. And then drop your left foot back down to your mat. Just shift the hips, the glutes a little to the right. Move the arms away from the body, maybe a cactus. And then let the knees fall over to your left side. If it feels too strong, then just uncross your legs. Holding, breathing, resting here. Make your way back to center, uncrossing the legs, and then crossing the left over the right. To draw the knees in, maybe taking hold of the feet, the ankles, the calves, as you squeeze the knees towards you, feeling that into the left glute. Releasing the legs, letting that right foot come back down to your mat, just shifting the glutes, the hips to the left as you drop your knees over to the right. Rolling back to center when you're ready and finding your version of Shavasana. And it might be that it feels quite nice to have your bolster on top of you, that weighted version, or maybe under the knees. Get the layers on, make sure you're warm, you're comfortable. Adjusting the body and lying down in Shavasana. Either turning your music off or keeping your music low, allowing the eyes to close. And we're going to do a loving kindness meditation. Each one of us has the ability to love ourselves more. Each one of us deserves to be loved. We deserve to live well, to be healthy, to grow and to prosper. See yourself now surrounded by love. See yourself happy, whole, healthy, and complete. See your life now as you would like it to be, putting in all the details. Where are you? Who is with you? How you feel? What you can see, smell, taste, and touch. Know that you deserve all of this. You truly deserve all of this. Now taking this love from your heart, seeing this love as a beautiful pink light. And let this light begin to flow, filling up the whole of your body with this pink light. Visualizing the people you love sitting on either side of you. Letting this love and light flow to each and every one of them. Surrounding them with love and with support. And letting this love flow from your heart to theirs. Feeling this love flow around the room you're lying in. Feeling this love flow out to your surroundings, the trees, animals, the sea, nature, people, and our planet. And everybody is bathed in this love and light. Knowing that love is the most powerful healing source that there is. All is well. When you feel ready, just start to move your fingers, your toes, maybe taking a stretch or a hug of the knees as you slowly awaken. Bring yourself, when you're ready, back to seated. I'm going to finish with one Om mantra. Let's inhale and begin. Bring your hands to your heart, feeling this love within, love for yourself, the most important love that there is. As you bow to Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.